A very pleasant good evening to you all, and welcome inside the Veterans Arena from Somerville, Massachusetts for the opening game of this 2021-2022 season. And it features the Somerville Highlanders and the Lynn Jets. Puck drop in this first period, just a few moments away from getting started. Robert Larkin, the sophomore, starts in goal to our left for the Highlanders, and in the goal to our right for the Jets, it'll be the senior Stephen DiFilippo. As Lynn and Somerville get set to go at it. For the Highlanders, certainly excited to get themselves underway here after having their original first game of the season postponed. They're eager to get themselves going here in this 21-22 season, as are the Jets. As both teams break out of their huddles from their respective benches and will line up at center ice. Chris Casesso out there at the wing with Tenzin Gesser, and in the middle it will be Nathan Doe, the senior. And we are underway here from Somerville as the Jets are with it in their own end and try and move a pass up the wing. Brady Roach goes D to D. Trouble though for Dylan Marujo, he couldn't clear it. Doe coming back to help him out. Tries to skate one out of the wing, took a big check. As the Jets send it in cross corner. Marujo in there trying to work it up the boards, and he does. Puck out through center, got underneath Casesso's stick. Jets trying to turn one back up quickly, but instead it was flipped into their own bench by John Crowley. And the faceoff will come inside of Lynn territory, the first attacking zone draw of the game here for the Highlanders. Off the draw, they win it, and a shot is off the stick of DiFilippo over to the corner. First shot of the game is a point shot off of Crowley's legs. Taking that was Seamus Foley, as the Jets are able to get to this puck and scrape it out of danger. Foley banks a pass ahead up the wing. Aiden Slattery moving in, right wing side. Looks to center and had a man in front, but it was fanned on there by the Highlanders. As getting to this puck, Brendan Jones in back of the net. Jones gets up high there. Throws his man down. That was Crowley on the receiving end of that booming hit. As the Highlanders win another puck, it's sent to the front. A good stick from DiFilippo, who gets tangled up with a Somerville player in front. That was Matt DeAngelis. As the Highlanders get to it and snap one in across the red line. A good start for the home side here, as we're just about 2.5 minutes into this first period. Pass up the wing. Stumbling though was Gesser. Puck is then played off him into the circle. A shot never got to the net. It's in behind DiFilippo. The Highlanders though are all over it. Centering feed, deflecting off the side of the net. DiFilippo could never cover it. Now another short side bid was stopped for a moment. Somerville, though, is all onto it as it's centered in front, and a great blocker save made there on Gesser, who was wide open in the slot. Highlanders are still onto this puck here in the attacking zone near wing. This is Doe squeezing past the check. Doe up to the point. A wrist shot missing the net from Brady Roach. Another drive deflecting in front. Never got onto the target. Highlanders hemming in the Jets here for now. Finally, Lynn can get it clear. It'll wobble on down, but not go enough for icing. That was Jaden LeBlanc on the clear. As the Highlanders try and kick it right back ahead at center ice. It's taken and cleared in by Gavin Kennedy. Kennedy chasing it, number 19 in red behind the net. Closes off his man, that was Alex Morgan. As the puck gets knocked around the glass. LeBlanc trying to hold it in. It pops forward though. Carried back in as it's played across. Just out of the reach though of Aiden Slattery, who tried to get one hand out towards it. Lynn making some changes. A player goes down along the blue line. That was Slattery. Moving back in, Morgan. Back up top to the point. This is Foley. Shot never got through. Too many bodies in front of it there. It's kicked ahead by Stephen Downing and out of trouble for now. But Somerville changing up here as they send one in. It's been all Highlanders here to start in this first period, but we remain scoreless. As out to center. And at the blue line, Casesso sending it forward for Somerville. Delayed offside. Lynn's got some time. Long pass up ahead, missing everybody. Roach, D to D. Dylan Marujo, nice pass up the wing. Casesso slipping through, and now he might have a step to the net, and the shot right on was stopped by DiFilippo as it's dished on over just under the stick of Marujo. And the Jets take that opportunity to clear. However, this is icing against Lynn with 10:38 to go in the first period and scoreless, although a spirited start for Somerville. Plenty of chances, including most recently Chris Casesso, the freshman, breaking in down the left wing side. Got a good step in, but DiFilippo, the senior, snapping down the pads there to make the stop. Nathan Doe right off the face-off. Swatted one towards the slot, nobody home. Puck held in though by Chris Casesso. And the Highlanders look to get after it again. Jets near boards, trying to clear. Casesso helping to hold in, now Doe towards the middle. Had it whacked off of his stick there by Tyler Witten. Witten now for the Jets, trying to clear. Can't get it past Doe, however. Finally, the Jets are out to center and now might have something here over the red line. They'll gain the blue line, and the first shot is stopped by Robert Larkin. Took him 4 minutes and 58 seconds to face his first shot. And the sophomore, number 40, able to make the save and reel back in the rebound. Face-off comes to his left. As the Jets get their first shot on net, nearly 5 minutes into the first period, they hold one in and send it behind Larkin's goal. Now it's up the wing. Puck chipped ahead by Brendan Jones. He might have numbers as he pushes it for Cicerone, who shoots. Blocker stop made by DiFilippo. And the rebound then flipped in for the first goal of the season for the Somerville Highlanders, and they're off and running. 9:46 to go here in the first. Jones will get the goal. He spurned that rush originally. It was Nick Cicerone, the captain, though, who fired the first shot. DiFilippo kicked it out, and Jones flips the rebound over top of him for the first goal here of this 21-22 season. And a pair of seniors teaming up there, and head coach Chris Capasso said to us before the game that if there is one strength on this team, it's their offense, as DiFilippo making that save standing up along the short side. And that offense is buoyed by a couple of seniors, and in particular Nick Cicerone, who is the captain of these Highlanders, getting the assist there on Brendan Jones' first goal of the year. 1-0 Somerville over Lynn here with 9:17 to go in the first period. Jets trying to clear off glass. Nice play by Casesso to glove it down, and now he'll center into the circle. DiFilippo a save. Another opportunity as it's still in front of the crease, now popping into the top of the circle. Recovered here by Alex Morgan. He'll play one in deep to the corner, but Casesso stumbled. Got back up though and won a puck back free, but unable to pull the trigger there was Doe, as he was bothered, and the Jets sending one into their own bench, get another whistle there, and they certainly look like they could use a whistle. A lot of running around so far for Lynn, and Stephen DiFilippo has been under early pressure here. It is only 1-0, but Highlanders have been pressing since the opening puck drop here. They could easily have 2 or 3 more goals. As along the short side, it's swept away by DiFilippo behind the goal. Centering attempt off an ankle flipped ahead out to center. Roach gets this puck back. It's a delayed offside. Wiped out here as Dylan Marujo moves in. A long shot is handled by DiFilippo, and the Highlanders will get another attacking zone face-off here, leading the game 1-0 with 8:20 to go here in this first period of this first game. Clean win, but the shot was flubbed wide by Peter Lounsbury. Highlanders at center trying to get this puck back. They do. They have controlled it for this first period. As Lounsbury carrying in, checked by Coppathorne. As the Jets send it up the far boards. Holding in Foley for the meantime. He battles there as it's slapped back out. Rolling all the way into Somerville territory. Morgan plays one up an open wing. Puck held in here by Patrick McHale. 2 shots that got blocked. Second one into Morgan, who chips one up the boards. With it here, Lounsbury to the middle. Couldn't get it to go. It's held in here, though, by Somerville. Played down low and centered off of a skate of Cicerone. Cleared up the boards, not out. Nice keep there by Roach. Sending it all the way around to the near side. Marujo able to hold it in. And the Highlanders look to go to work here as it's played off a leg. Kicks out high, but the shot was healed there by Roach. Somerville, though, still has it as the wraparound attempt. Stopped by DiFilippo. He couldn't cover. It's centered out high again. Marujo stands into his man, as that was Tyler Kearns who went right into him. Finally, the Jets can clear. They'll get a moment of reprieve, but not for long, as Somerville coming right back in. DiFilippo sticking that one towards the glass. Highlanders making changes. As the Jets just get it out to center, it's played right back in by Gessar. Just about 6.5 minutes to go here, first period. Somerville has the 1-0 lead. Lynn just the 1 shot on goal. As it's in behind DiFilippo's net yet again. Gessar moving it back up to the point. It's wristed back in deep by Foley. All the way to Morgan waiting for it near point. Morgan sending one ahead as the Jets still struggle to clear the zone. Knocked around to the far boards and finally brushed out to center ice. Jets trying to get an outlet. It's back out to center. Morgan chipping it off of glass. Casesso throws his weight into Witten there in the far corner. Witten trying to get some help now from Candelieri, but Somerville's all over the puck yet again. A backhander blocked as it dribbled through the slot. That was from Slattery. It's centered again, blocked out off of McHale's legs in behind the net. Lynn trying to use the glass to clear. They can't. It's back in behind their own goal. Witten ahead. It's finally whacked forward. And the Jets can get a change. Cicerone, right wing side, carrying it back in. A stick save made. DiFilippo using a player's stick as he lost his goal stick. He'll now regain it. It's been a very chaotic first period as this puck is offside against the Highlanders. And for Lynn, they can not only catch their breath, but try and get their bearings about them too. Steven DiFilippo making that last save with a player's stick. He had lost his goal stick in that ensuing scramble. He's certainly involved in the game right away. No cold feet for the Jets goaltender here. Keeping Lynn afloat so far. Just 1-0 for Somerville as it's given up though. Here is Doe with a shot along the ice, and DiFilippo able to scoop it up for the whistle. As that was Christian Serino who had gotten into some trouble out high along his own blue line. Gave that puck right up to Nathan Doe. One of those seniors on offense that Coach Capasso was referring to as a point shot got through. that time there from Foley, and DiFilippo the save. Somerville again trying to center. Crowley, though, with a good stick check, but the Highlanders wrestle it back. Another save made by DiFilippo as it kicks back out in front. That was Lounsbury who was doing that great work in the corner. Jets looking to clear. They do send one ahead. Papathorn trying to get to it. Back, though, is Seamus Foley, the freshman. Up the boards and out as it just gets past Downey. No icing here. Downey pressured by Gessar, who forces the turnover in behind the goal. Highlanders looking for a centering feed as Doe picks up a loose puck to the goal. Stabbed away by DiFilippo, dealing with some more traffic. And the Jets clear out to center. Can't get as far as the red line still as Doe tries to kick it forward. Can't. Doe, this time able to softly fillet it forward. Highlanders, once again though, an aggressive forecheck as the Jets seek an outlet. They'll send one up the wing. Will this have enough gas for icing? It will. And it'll come all the way back down to DiFilippo here with 3:19 to go. 1-0, Somerville leading it. And they will get an attacking zone face-off here, something that they've had plenty of in this opening period. The Jets with just the one shot on goal so far. Robert Larkin getting a good view here as a shot right off the face-off kicked away by DiFilippo. Collision there along the far boards. Puck will get played to the glove, but will go on as it's centered in front. Great save, DiFilippo there off his stick. He had to turn aside. Brendan Jones, the goal scorer for the Highlanders. Puck held in, bounces off a leg, and then Jones just chipped one wide, glove side. He'll play it over to the corner. Now out high. It's fanned on there by Cicerone. Behind the net. Played across the crease, and DiFilippo still can't cover. Trying to reach out through all the bodies. And he'll finally get a whistle. As DiFilippo now getting engaged along with a couple of his teammates. Couple of close shaves though around the Jets goal, and DiFilippo made a real nice save point blank on Jones. There were then some scrambling moments after that. Highlanders have been all over it offensively here, but it looks like they are going to get whistled off for the first penalty of this game, and Jones is going to sit after that fracas. 2:38 to go here in the first. And the Highlanders are going to be shorthanded here. A great opportunity for the Jets to at least get some shots on Larkin here. If not, the game-tying goal, but got to start somewhere. Coach Capasso getting a explanation from the official. No penalty time yet up on the clock. I think that's what we're waiting on. Now we've got the 2 minutes up. And the Jets get the game's first power play here, trailing 1-0. As it's played towards the blue, it never gets to Larkin, and then it's cleared by Nathan Doe all the way in on to DiFilippo, so that will count as a shot on goal as well. Somerville getting shots on net from everywhere now, as there's another one that's sticked away by DiFilippo. And the Highlanders, while shorthanded, possess. Morgan sails one all the way back down behind the Jets' goal. Lynn trying to get north here with this puck, but it's slapped back by Foley all the way around DiFilippo's net. 1:55 to go here in the first. This pass nearly telegraphed by Cicerone. He couldn't break ahead with it. As this puck is sent in. Big hit behind the goal as Foley threw his weight into Copperthorne. Puck now coming free. And a 2-on-2 develops while shorthanded. This is Cicerone who moves in, and DiFilippo making yet another save. This time though while shorthanded. 1:33 to go in the first. 55 on the penalty to Jones. Off the draw, a quick shot and stopped by DiFilippo. It was then poked in, but after the whistle. That was Nick Cicerone, who takes this face-off again. Puck played into an open corner. Sean Leonard for Lynn, can't muscle it out. Jalen Porter trying to help out. He loses it though behind the net. They try and wrap it, but DiFilippo had it guarded. As this puck is picked up here by Porter. Up through center. It's cut off, and Marujo plays it all the way back in. Just 20 seconds to go on this power play for the Jets. We're into the final minute of this first period. The Highlanders leading it 1-0 in their season opener. As it's wrapped up the boards, not out. Taken here by Doe with plenty of time, and he'll sky one all the way back down into Lynn territory. As the penalty is over, nothing doing for the Jets on that power play, or an opportunity by the boards. As it's cleared to center. Under half a minute to go, first period. Jets just trying to clear the blue line here and can't, as a shot is flipped on wide by Casesso, then put off the short side. It's fed back out in front for a quick shot and a goal. With 14 seconds left in the first, Tenzin Gesar sticking with it and getting the feed in front. Put that through the right arm of DiFilippo. And the Highlanders late here in the first period take a 2-0 lead on great stick-to-itiveness. Just 14 seconds left in the period, and DiFilippo, who's been under siege all period long, no chance there on that one, although did look like he got a piece before it broke through his arm. As it's played through the slot, nobody home. Final 3 seconds of the period, but the Highlanders will be unable to get a shot on, as the shooting gallery comes to an end for now. And after 15 minutes of play, it's Somerville 2, Lynn 0. We'll be back for the second period in 15 minutes as you're watching boys varsity hockey on Somerville Ed TV. The second period about to get started here as Doe wins the face-off back, and we're underway yet again here from Somerville, Massachusetts, between the Highlanders and the Jets. It's the Highlanders ahead by a 2-0 score after 20 minutes of play. And for 15 minutes of play, excuse me, just the 15-minute periods, I'm still stuck in my junior hockey mode, I guess you could say, as this is the first game of the 21-22 season for Somerville. This puck driven in off a leg, and it's offside. And execution was certainly something that the Jets struggled with in that opening period. The play was primarily around the net of Steven DiFilippo, who was a shooting target, but only conceded 2 goals as this puck was wrapped around for an icing, and then there was a collision as that whistle was being blown between Jalen Porter of Lynn, and that was Dylan Marujo, the big defenseman, number 6. Those two stepped into each other, but the puck was iced by Somerville off the face-off. It's to the boards. Marujo gets up high on his man and sends him down. That was Porter. And for the second time here in this contest, the Highlanders will have to kill off a penalty. And it'll be Marujo skating to the box for what, if I had to guess, a cross check. Let's see. Did not see an indicator from the referee as he skated over to the scorer's table, but if I had to wager, a cross-check, if not a rough. But for the second time here in this game, the Lynn Jets have a power play, and they just have one shot on net so far for this entire game. Opportunity here, though, early in this second period to at least get some pressure on Robert Larkin if they can, as instead it's Doe who picks this loose puck up, takes it for a skate, and clears it off glass out in the center. Long bank pass, missing Michael Gates. It's flipped back forward by Alex Morgan with Doe in hot pursuit. Doe picking it up, turning and shooting. There's another save, DiFilippo. He paddles it into the corner. Somerville had to have at least 20 shots on net in that first period, if not more. As they look to possess here while shorthanded, Doe stealing it back. At center, he'll turn and play one in. Downey back in his own end. Short pass as he gets it here and looks up the middle. Has a teammate at center. Nobody can get to it though, as it sprung off the stick of Matthew Cote and is played back in by Somerville with 48 seconds to go on this power play for Lynn, but it remains the Highlanders still. As this one is slung forward off a skate and then stolen here by Cicerone, who has it bottom of the goal line, now trying to cut to the front on his backhand. DiFilippo the save, and a penalty now coming to the Jets. And so we'll have 4-on-4 for 29 seconds, and then the Highlanders will get their first power play here tonight. And it was a cross-check. Thank you to Ben Martin for that. We'll have 4-on-4 here. As I mentioned, just 29 seconds. Nick Cicerone was taken down in front after getting a quality backhander on DiFilippo. 4-on-4. As the Highlanders try and get onto this puck, far corner. Casesso up to the point, Morgan. Back down low for Casesso. He'll battle there with LeBlanc. Casesso losing his stick. Back into the fray here as he centers in front. They shoot and score. 4-on-4 goal for the Highlanders as Casesso, who lost his stick earlier, was able to repossess and center. And Nathan Doe was right there to snap it home. The senior makes it 3-0 for Somerville, 12:21 to go here in period number 2. And that goal should count as an even strength goal. They have the penalty times messed up, and they won't be able to drop the puck yet here beforehand. Penalty time should have stayed on the board. It was an even strength goal scored at 4-on-4 with 9 seconds to go in Marujo's original cross-checking penalty. They took the penalty time off for the Jets player, and now they put it back on. It shouldn't be 2 minutes though. It should be about, I have to guess, around 140-ish. So there was 29 seconds originally left in Marujo's penalty when it was we're a little confused here with 12:21 to go in the second. The goal was Casesso over to Doe at 4-on-4, and there they go. And that's senior goaltender Jack Marujo, who had to help out and gets a round of applause from his bench as we're back underway. Still 4-on-4 for 2 more seconds, and the Highlanders now jump onto the power play. Marujo is out of the box. It's fed across, off a skate though. Another chance, blocked, held in right at the line by Morgan. Marujo covering, and it's played in deep by Cicerone. There have not been any easy clears for the Jets as it's played out in front. Cicerone stepping over and scoring. Power play goal for the Highlanders as they just keep pouring it on, and it's another senior. Nick Cicerone jumping over a stick and then whacking a backhander through the legs of DiFilippo, and 2 quick goals for the Highlanders here in this second period. 31 seconds apart. It's off the draw, it's into the corner. John Crowley going down behind the goal in a collision there with Slattery. As Somerville looks to keep pressure applied, that shot never got to the front. Wrestled back by Jones. Jones in behind the net. Has this puck slide away from him. Repossessed at the point by Roach. He dropped to a knee but couldn't hold it. Highlanders trying to go right back in here as Cicerone turned off a check and pushes one in onto the net where DiFilippo covers up. Tough game for Robert Larkin, a lonely game, one could say, all the way down there in the goal to our right. He has had a good view of his team's offensive prowess tonight. 4 goals so far for Somerville as this one changed directions and went through the blue. Cleared out by the Jets all the way into Somerville territory, but a delayed offside allows for the Highlanders to step ahead with it. A Jets player went down behind the play, just getting back into it is Porter. As the puck is into the near corner and sliding now up the boards. Morgan played it off the legs of Sean Leonard, but Leonard couldn't break away with it. As Crowley cuts down a pass, but the Highlanders are right back with it. Morgan stationary here, sliding a pass forward. This is Gessar moving in, wired that shot wide. He's got one of their 4 goals here tonight as Gessar trying to get to the front. Instead it pops to Cicerone, who wheels one right on. Nice save, DiFilippo. Another chance through traffic. That deflected off a stick as they fish forward in the blue paint, and finally it is covered up. Just about 5 minutes into this second period, and the Highlanders are not missing any beats here. Taking it right now to the Lynn Jets and Steven DiFilippo. As off the draw, puck got away. Marujo holds it in. That shot through traffic went wide. It then slides up front, and DiFilippo can cover up with, I believe that was Cicerone poking and prodding at him. Face off here to the right of DiFilippo. It's one cleanly back and a wrister there blocked. The follow-up is caught. Slattery got 2 chances at it. First one was blocked, but it came right back to him. And DiFilippo that time with the catching glove able to make the stop. They lock up in the circle. That chance wheeled through the slot, missing the tip there was Slattery. Out there with Jones. All 3 of those forwards are seniors. As Jones bounces one middle. It was cut down originally, then speared over for Slattery, a shot. That never got onto the net. Jones was in front as a point shot is pushed wide. Jets trying to clear. It pops free. Fanning on the outlet, though, was McHale. Finally, it's out to center. This is the period of the long change, and so for Lynn, they've had some trouble in completing some line changes as a shot deflects in front from Marujo. Ever got to DiFilippo? It's now in back of the net. Oh, there's the flip pass there as it's bounced onto the net, and DiFilippo made a save on Cicerone as another long shot is stopped. Oh, we nearly saw the Trevor Zegras to Sonny Milano play there from behind the net. They ended up getting a shot on net between Cicerone and Slattery, and it was kicked out by the left pad of DiFilippo as Larkin decides to get a touch here as it's played up the boards and just slides out. And now a 2-on-1 here as Doe moving in. Puck got off of his blade. He picks it up in the corner and centers in front, stopped by DiFilippo, and he reaches around the skates to cover up and get a whistle. 8:15 to go in the second. And it'll be curious to see if for Somerville they continue to experiment offensively. Still a good chunk of hockey left to go here. Ahead 4-0. And just a moment or two ago, we nearly saw the Trevor Zegras. I'm not sure what exactly to call that move when the puck is flipped out in front from behind the net to a player waiting to whack it out of midair, but we'll just call it the Zegras for now. And it would have been a thing of beauty for Somerville had they connected on it as they battle here along the near side boards and push one in deep. Lynn just looking for any kind of relief right now as they're able to get one out through center. That was Christian Serino who whacked it forward. Up the boards, puck missing Candelari. Given up though to Serino, who then just returns it right back to Somerville. It's been really all Lynn has been able to do so far in this contest as it's knocked ahead for Doe. Doe with a wrist shot wide of the net. It is picked up here by Chris Casesso, who sends one around to the near corner. Up and held originally by Logan Gauthier. It is now out to center ice, but the Jets trying to get past the red line here still. Under 7 minutes to go here, second period. 4-0 game, 2 goals in the first, 2 more here in this middle stanza. As the Jets might have something here. It's played towards the middle, but too far ahead of Devin Coppathorne, who looks to center, and it bounces wide with Larkin sliding out of position for a moment. Somerville sends it all the way down, and it's icing here against the Highlanders with 6:29 to go. In the second, they've got a 4-0 lead here over the Jets. Off the face-off, it's loose in a pair of skates. Barujo checked his man down, as could be numbers here for the Highlanders if they can hurry, but nice defensive play by Tyler Witten to spear that aside as Marujo throws a check once again into Porter, and then another hit at the blue line as the bodies continue to fly. Porter lunging forward, lost it. Puck at center ice. Jones played it off a man. Oh, nice move as it's moved in. A quick shot and they score. Coppathorne took a steal. Walked his way in, and on Lynn's second shot of the game. They are on the scoreboard with 5:53 to go. It is 4-1. Devin Coppathorne with some great hands there. Stick handling on through and then roofing it on the finish for a beautiful goal. It's a 3-goal game here. Still a ways to go for the Lynn Jets, but they get one back, and that's at least a start. But it was on just their second shot all game, as once again a wraparound attempt off the stick of DiFilippo. Doe down low off of a stick in front, and they get it right back. Gessar's got 2. And a quick answer for the Highlanders. It's 5-1 here with 5:22 to go in the second. As that puck was not originally intended for Gessar. It angled off the stick of Chris Casesso, though, and landed right into his wheelhouse as right back in comes Doe, blocking the pass there, DiFilippo. Gessar then fanned on it as it's carried ahead by the Jets. This is Matthew Cote with a long shot blocker save by Larkin. Centering feed into Doe's skates. Gessar able to take it. Sitting on 2 goals, he'll get to the red line and clear one in. Both teams making some changes here. As Cicerone fresh on, able to intercept that pass. It's into the crease, but poked away by LeBlanc. Lynn skates out to center. Cicerone will knock one in as the Highlanders and Jets complete changes. Puck turned up the board. Cicerone waiting for it in front of the net. The shot blocked. Follow-up attempt and a goal for Somerville as they just keep sticking with it. The first chance was blocked by LeBlanc, but on the follow-up, it is Peter Lounsbury, the junior, going glove side on DiFilippo, and it's now 6-1. 2 goals for the Highlanders in 58 seconds. And some more quick offense as they respond in quick fashion after the goal. That was scored by Copperthorne. 2 goals in 58 to make this a 5-goal game here, 6-1 from the Veterans Arena in Somerville as it's centered out again into the slot area. Backhander loops onto the net and DiFilippo gets the glove to it. Face off to his left. Jets were a player short. Matthew Cote is over the boards. Off the draw, Casesso trying to kick that puck out of his legs. Doe now in below the goal line with Casesso doing some nice work. This is Doe with it. A short pass into the slot, but Gessar couldn't pull the trigger. Tenzin Gessar sitting on 2 goals here tonight. Point shot deflecting off of Copperthorne's legs and wide. The lone goal scorer for the Jets as Gessar able to angle his man off the puck. Tipped off glass and ahead. Foley trying to hold it. It was worked out though by Leonard. Morgan trying to send it forward. It pops over to Gessar, dropping it off. A shot blockered away by DiFilippo. Rebound back out high. The point shot was just tipped wide there by a cruising Casesso. Another long opportunity wide, but Casesso has it, tries to center. The pass though was blocked as the Jets try and find an outlet. Cote taking a check, got it ahead. This puck pedaled all the way down where it was waved off for icing. Highlanders in possession of it here. Cicerone to the red line, now the blue line. Cicerone middle, lots of space, and a nice save made twice. There by DiFilippo. He got the goal stick on the first one. That shot had a little extra to it there from Cicerone, who then followed up his own rebound, and DiFilippo had to be alert to that as well. 2:38 to go, second period. A 4-goal second period here for Somerville. Off the face-off, it lands, and a shot from out high is gloved by DiFilippo. That was Lounsbury, the most recent goal scorer for Somerville. He was unchecked off that set play on the face-off. Prime real estate to shoot the puck as Lounsbury is tied up with LeBlanc. Got his stick free though and pushed a shot wide on the big chance. DiFilippo had to shut that down against Jones as it's into his crease again. He tries to find it, and he makes a great pad save in close there on Lounsbury, who did find it as Araujo pushes one onto the net, and that one was sticked away by DiFilippo. The Highlanders just continuing to fire away as Cicerone to the front, put it off the pipe, the rebound, and it's put in! As the onslaught just continues here for the Highlanders. 2:01 to go in the second, their 5th goal of the period. And it looked like that was Jones who slid it home, and that'll be his 2nd of the game, with Nick Cicerone involved once again. And the seniors really leading the way here for the Highlanders. And head coach Chris Capasso talked about how he felt his team's offense was their greatest strength, and here through almost 30 minutes of hockey, they have proven their head coach right in their opening game of this 21-22 season. Gessar into the slot, Doe, quick shot blocked away. Puck wrapped around near boards. Lynn trying to clear out. It finally does leave the zone. Right back into the possession of Seamus Foley, who stops up behind his own goal. Using glass, he'll send one forward. No icing here. Chasing back to get it, Patrick McHale for the Jets. It's given up. Center, Doe, quick shot, and it was going wide, but DiFilippo will get as many whistles as he can for his Jets side. They have just been running and running around defensively. And during this period of the long change, have to be rather exhausted. 1:11 to go until they can get to the intermission. But this game has been all Highlanders here, as to the middle it missed 2 sticks. Both Cicerone and Slattery held in, played through Cicerone's legs. This is Lounsbury in front, but getting wrestled down was Slattery. Puck is still held in though here by the Highlanders. That was Logan Gauthier who did it well along the far point. Finally, it's lofted back down by the goal scorer Coppathorne. This though will be icing with 42 seconds still left on the clock here in this second period of play. Off the face-off, short pass is moved on over. This is Slattery, couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. Now a puck banked ahead, charging after it here, Porter, but went off the side of the net, then off the glove of Larkin from a very sharp angle that then popped through the crease. Larkin though got his mitt to it as it's loose along the short side. Somerville able to get to it though. 15 seconds to go in the period and the Highlanders get it clear. Putting pressure on is Lounsbury, the centering pass. Whacked back out high in the slot. Morgan with a wrist shot kicked away as he was bothered at the point. There is a penalty coming up against the Jets as the buzzer sounds here in this second period. 5 goals tacked on by the Highlanders. They'll take a 7-1 lead. The only offense for the Jets coming off the stick of Devin Coppathorne. And the Jets, to compound things further, will be shorthanded to start the third period, but it's all Somerville here through 30 minutes of hockey. They lead it 7-1 as we enter period number 3 coming up in a few moments. We are back here inside of Veterans Memorial Arena in Somerville, Massachusetts. Boys varsity hockey between the Somerville Highlanders and the Lynn Jets. The Jets shorthanded to start this period. Jalen Porter in the penalty box. He took a penalty at the buzzer of period number 2. And so the Highlanders, who have a power play goal in this game, look for more. They have several goals to go along with it. 7-1. And that second period was a 5-goal outburst as a shot on is kicked away by DiFilippo from Dylan Marujo. As Morgan walking the line with a wrister. That deflects off a stick out high and wide. They try and center, but the puck was in behind the goal. It is banked up to Morgan. Morgan playing it on over. Marujo twisting one in deep. Puck in behind DiFilippo's net. It's centered, and he kicks that aside to the left pad. Looked like he actually got his skate to it on that shot from Doe. As the Jets able to get it clear all the way down, thanks to Stephen Downey, their captain, number 22, on defense. 1:05 to go on this power play, as blowing a tire there was Cicerone, and they are going to call a penalty here for a trip here on the Jets. And with 1 minute to go on Porter's infraction, it'll be a 5-on-3 now coming up for the Highlanders a minute into the third period. It looked at first glance like Nick Cicerone just lost his edge as he was coming in over the left wing, but linesman was in a much better view there and deemed it to be a trip. So we'll have 5-on-3 now as a shot is blocked away by Downey. Held in at the point, but then given away by Foley, who recovers it. Plays it on over to Marujo. Marujo gaining the line, making a couple of moves. A backhander blocked again off of Downey and wide. 5-on-3, still in effect, as Marujo playing it all the way across to Foley with a shot deflecting wide. Off glass, Tenzin Gesar picking it up and just getting it back to the point where Jones was there covering. Gesar to Jones, down low, played over across the crease. Now Gesar shoots, that's blocked and cleared away by Downey, who's made 3 of them here in this penalty kill. 12 seconds to go in Porter's penalty, as there's another block by Downey off of his shin pads, moved into the middle. There's another one he makes on Gesar, as DiFilippo spears that one to the boards. Now a 5-on-4 here as Porter exits the box. Somerville, though, still in possession here as it's in behind the goal. Jones stepping through a check. Tries to get that up to the point. Foley slapping one all the way back down and around. It's picked up here by Somerville and centered, but a nice stick from DiFilippo, the goaltender, to block it aside, and the Jets send it all the way back down to Larkin with 33 seconds and counting on this power play for the Highlanders. 7-1 game as this puck is put through the legs of Nathan Doe. Cicerone cutting it off, plays it through Casesso, who soccered it forward. Puck at the far point, held in by Morgan. Now it's Casesso playing it over for Doe. Shot on, stop, there's a rebound. And the Jets are able to clear it and then get to it. With the power play time running out here for the Highlanders, they won't get anything as we're back to 5-on-5, but some more shots onto the net, and DiFilippo had to be sharp. As Doe moving in, right wing. Doe taking it around the goal, still holding on to it. Doe hooking one down low. Doe trying to get himself to the net as it was off the side of the goal and then pushed wide. Doe out at the blue line, stepping around and shooting. Save made by DiFilippo, and he can cover. Nathan Doe has been at times a one-man wrecking crew here tonight for the Highlanders. Somehow was able to maintain possession along the blue line and step into a wrist shot that DiFilippo had to track down. It's been that kind of night for Lynn. Just all sorts of troubles trying to get the puck out of danger, get the puck out of their own end even. Somerville looks to stay on the attack here as it was centered off a leg, rimmed around off the dasher and all the way out. On a freshly made sheet of ice, it'll slide down, but there is no icing. As it's played onto the net, and Larkin facing just his 4th shot on net. Able to cover up for a face-off here. Devin Coppathorne with the lone goal for the Jets. Game when it was a 4-0 game. Somerville responded with 2 goals in 58 seconds to make it a 6-1 game. As here's some trouble here. Puck stolen by Slattery, moved it across, and the shot was stopped by DiFilippo, who was standing. And Jones was in there trying to whack at the rebound, and DiFilippo certainly got a stick in there, and I don't think his teammates appreciated that very much. Jones is going to get a penalty for that. Goaltender interference. Jets to the power play here. 10:48 to go, third period. This is Coppathorne on the face-off. Tied up with his man Doe. It comes free and is cleared off the glass all the way down by Foley. Foot race now ensuing as Gessar applying pressure. He's got 2 in this contest. Lost the puck along the wall. It's slapped ahead for Porter. Porter moving in. He got tripped up. That'll be a penalty as puck then was pushed wide by Coppathorne. And now it's the Jets' turn to get a 5-on-3 advantage, as we will see who heads to the box for tripping. It's going to be Nathan Doe. And there's going to be extended 5-on-3 time to work with. This game is pretty out of reach here at 7-1, but an opportunity for the Jets to get some shots on the board, get their power play flowing, and if anything, get at least a goal up on the scoreboard. And we're going to have a timeout called here. It'll be for the Jets. Head coach Brian Boyson wanting to talk things over. His team a golden opportunity to try and get something back here on the scoreboard. They're down 7-1 with 10:25 to go in the third, and they'll have 3 minutes and 38 seconds of power play time to work with. With Nathan Doe, the most recent Highlander to skate into the box for a trip. Mentioned just a few moments ago that the Jets only have 4 shots on goal for the entire game. One of them finding the back of the net. They only had 1 shot, in that first period alone. 2 in the second, 1 being the goal, and then 1 here in the third. So they can at least get some chances here on to Robert Larkin, who's getting the start here in the season opener for the Somerville Highlanders as we break out of the timeout. Cicerone is out there along with Dylan Marugio and Brady Roach as the trio of penalty killers. Roach played it off Cicerone's legs. Jets can hold it in. This puck repossessed by Sean Leonard. Dealt on across for a wrist shot on. And Larkin making the save with some pushing and shoving to the right of him. That was Michael Gates for the Jets, who was in the blue paint trying to get to a loose puck, but Larkin had it trapped. That was Porter who took the shot. Coppathorne out there on the face-off. Lost it, and it's scaled all the way out by Roach. Aiden Slattery, the lone forechecker, will have to peel back. Morgan jumping out there, still with Marugio, the penalty killers for the Highlanders. Is this puck gonna drift past Porter, who then fell down? Jets recovering, and they have this puck here near boards. It's played in by Sean Leonard. Morgan getting there first, trying to one-hand it ahead, couldn't. Porter calling for it straight away. He'll now get it and shoot one. That takes a deflection and goes wide. Leonard holding in, up top for Porter. Straight away, he's got to play it on over. Downey shooting and missing. It's going to ride off the boards all the way to center. Highlanders look to get at least one man off, and they will. Cicerone back out on the ice as Porter got around Marugio, then gets stood into by Morgan. Those two lock each other up as the helmet comes off of Porter. Porter wants to get after Morgan now for that. .16 and 38 seconds respectively left on this 5-on-3 for the Jets. .7-1 score. Penalty box opening up for Lynn. We'll see who's going in it, if it is Porter. As some penalty minutes start to pile up here for both sides, here with 9:03 to go in the third. Lynn trying to plead their case, perhaps trying to argue that it was Morgan who really started everything, got up high on Porter, and then took his helmet off. But the face-off is going to come down to DiFilippo with 9:03 to go, third period. The Highlanders will get their first player back in 16 seconds. As into the penalty bench for the Jets is Gavin Kennedy, number 19. So it's a 4-on-3 in favor of the Jets. The Highlanders are still short-handed here. Then it'll be 4-on-4 briefly before an abbreviated power play sets in for Somerville. This is a 4-on-3 as it stands right now, but just for 2 more seconds. Marujo possessing, sends one up ahead. Fresh on is Chris Casesso. He moves in, a drag shot. Sticked up to the glass by DiFilippo. 4-on-4 for 11 more seconds until Doe exits the box. As the Jets clear it up the boards, Marujo is back onto it. Up to Morgan. And now the power play is in effect here for Somerville. With Doe out of the box, they'll have 1:17 to work with as this is off of Doe's skate. Cleared back forward, but cut down by Cicerone, who then steps around Witten. Cicerone gets taken down into the corner, but Doe picks this loose puck up over to Marujo, who fanned on it. It's pushed over for Cicerone. 57 to go on the power play. A save made by DiFilippo. He tried to reel it in, but couldn't. The Jets get to it, though, and clear it all the way down. That was Leonard, who got free and helped his goaltender out with that rebound. As Morgan has to shake off some pressure coming onto him from Cote. Nice stick lift there by Cicerone. He'll carry ahead, 3-on-2. Cicerone stepping in. A shot was blocked. That one hit off of Desir Kearns. As it's into the corner. Doe getting in to the corner, trying to muck things up physically. And we have a stoppage here, I believe, for a hand pass. 21 seconds to go until Gavin Kennedy is out of the box. 7:23 to go in this, the third period. And it's a 7-1 lead for Somerville, who got the game's first goal, led 2-0 after 1 and never looked back. Even after Devin Coppathorne made it a 4-1 score, they just responded with 2 quick strikes in 58 seconds and kept the beat moving. Power play is over. Kennedy out of the box as that pass exits the zone. Foley sends it forward. Slattery will drop it on back to Roach. As Slattery takes a tumble but moved the puck in. It is played ahead by Lynn up the wing, too far forward of Tyler Desir Kearns. Puck picked up here by Gessar. Tenzin Gessar trying to drive in. Forced into the corner by McHale. Puck sliding up the wing. Serino gave it up. Jones trying to squeeze through Kennedy. Can't. Puck is moved on over. Christian Serino. Red line gain, and he'll snap one around Larkin's goal. Morgan gets stapled up there, but is able to move the puck ahead, and we have a penalty behind the play for a slash. 6:07 to go here in the third, and a penalty coming up to, I believe, the Highlanders. And it's it's Doe, who sits for the second time here in this period for slashing penalty. 6:07 to go, third period, and another power play here for the Jets. They trail 7-1. As this puck wrapped up glass and out. Could be a rush here shorthanded as Cicerone got walloped down to the ice there by Downey, who contests Gessar now, and Gessar gets it all the way back to Marujo. Deep inside Somerville territory, Marujo sending one ahead as Cicerone trying to step through Crowley there. He's able to knock this puck forward, and two fresh penalty-killing forwards come on for head coach Capasa. Puck here is taken by Slattery, got around one, but it was Downey who stood him up and sends it forward now for Cote, who lost the handle into Morgan's corner. Puck drifting up the boards, Downey able to pinch to hold it in. It is cleared ahead though by Morgan. 2-on-1 here, could develop shorthanded as Slattery moves in with a shot. The save made, and the rebound was out of Jones's reach. Jones picks it back up, and shot went off the side of the goal, but we have a stoppage here. 55 seconds on the slashing penalty to Nathan Doe. And the face-off will come all the way back down to the left of Robert Larkin. Off the tie-up. Puck is popped up into the air by Deser Kearns. Wheeled on through the slot wide. Somerville can't clear it as it's in front and now behind Larkin. This is Roach with time, and he uses the glass to send it all the way down to DiFilippo. Half a minute to go in the penalty to Doe. Kyle Furlong with it. Plays a pass through, but it gets off the stick of Gates and is cleared out to center, where Somerville tries to take it for a skate. Foley instead back behind his own net, buying himself time. Final few seconds of the kill, he clears off glass. Cicerone with a steal, got it on over, shot up high, was fought off by DiFilippo. That was Casesso who got the feed. Penalty time has expired. Under 4 minutes to go as another save is made by DiFilippo, and he sweeps the rebound away. 3:50 to go, third period of a 7-1 game. A game in which the Highlanders have controlled since the opening puck drop. As the Jets try and work this puck in, but Kennedy got tripped up. Somerville a bit lax with it in front of their own goal. Recovering though in the nick of time there, as it's now skated out by Peter Lounsbury. He'll shoot one wide, never got on to DiFilippo. He's perhaps shooting for a rebound there. As this puck is slapped around to the near side, Dylan Marujo keeping it in. Jones picks it up, looks to center, got it out in front. Quick shot there from Doe, missing the goal. As Marujo gets it over, Jones had it checked away from him by McHale at the last moment. This is cleared ahead by Serino. At center, it's taken by Doe. He'll move it back. Marujo plays it on across. Jones leading Lounsbury ahead. Lounsbury chips it down low. Doe trying to center. Cut down there by Patrick McHale. Played up and out into center ice. Morgan keeps and wraps one back in. And he was behind the red line, they say. And with 2:28 to go, the officials deem that puck to be iced by Alex Morgan. And it'll set up an attacking zone face-off for the Jets with 2:28 to go here in the tilt. Papathorn, the goal scorer, on the faceoff. It's a stalemate. Jones stepping in to help out. He'll bank this one ahead. It's on to DiFilippo. He'll cover and hang on and then get a little bit of a snow shower from his own player, John Crowley. Certainly has done everything he can do within his power, Stephen DiFilippo. 7 have gotten by him, but he has been by far and away the busiest player on the ice here on either side. And I played goal growing up, so may have a little bit of a bias, but he has been as good as he could be in this one as it's centered out front again. But Slattery couldn't settle it down off his legs. Now he'll get it back, but once again, it's rolling. He's able to now collar it into the near corner. Takes a good hard check there from Cote. As the puck comes up the boards, it bounces in onto the net, and DiFilippo able to get the cover. As Logan Gauthier sent that one from the point. And more shots in onto the Lynn netminder. .145 to go here, third period. 2 goals apiece for Brendan Jones and Tenzin Gessar, 2 seniors. 7 in total on the day here for the Somerville Highlanders. In their first game of this 2021-22 season, there's Gessar looking for the hat trick late. And along the goal line, DiFilippo stretching out as far as he could, had it somehow covered up. That's about the only thing left to play for in this game. Couple of players on hat trick watch. Bouncing puck. Morgan spoons one in deep. Gessar trying to get to it. Moves around to the far boards for Doe. Into the corner. This is Peter Lounsbury looking to center. It's loose in some skates. Doe picks it up. The shot is stopped. There's the rebound, and Gessar was also stopped. In succession, Stephen DiFilippo continuing to make some fine saves here. In a game that's been long over, he has continued to play at a very high level as we're into the final minute, and that would have been the hat trick too for Tenzin Gessar. As a big hit there. LeBlanc stepped into Lounsbury hard, and Lounsbury got the worst of it. As this puck is in behind the Jets goal with 40 ticks to go here in this third period. Last time these two teams met, it was a 9-3 victory for Somerville. 7-1 here with under half a minute to go. Into the circle, that shot blocked. Hit off of LeBlanc's legs. Another centering feed, cut off, but given away. It's gonna bounce in on to DiFilippo, who gets the glove on that chance from Casesso. 17 seconds left to go here in this one. Chris Casesso, just a freshman. Number 7 in red, white, and blue. Certainly have said his name plenty of times here tonight. Made quite an impression on a Somerville team that has no shortage of experience up front. And that experience paid dividends here today as a big hit was laid on to Casesso. He's a little slow getting up in the corner. And Casesso is still down in the corner as this game ends with a Highlanders victory, 7-1 the final, and Chris Casesso now getting up to his 2 skates. Looks to be a little jolted after that check as his teammates come over to tend to him, but the freshman was a big part of this Highlanders victory. 7-1 the final here over the Lynn Jets. 2 goals apiece for seniors Tenzin Gessar and Brendan Jones, with Robert Larkin, the sophomore, getting the win in goal. Wasn't very busy, but nonetheless gets it done all the same. And that'll do it here for us from the Veterans Memorial Arena in Somerville, Massachusetts. The final score here, it's the Highlanders 7 and the Jets 1. We'll be back in the new year as the Highlanders will welcome in Lexington on January the 3rd here in this building. But for Tyler Aragao and everyone here from Somerville, saying so long and have a good evening, everybody. You've been watching Boys Varsity Hockey on Somerville Ed TV.